podcast where we explore true crimes, mysteries, and the unexplained. In this episode, we'll discuss Charles Manson. Charles Manson, born on November 12, 1934 in Cincinnati, Ohio, was a notorious criminal and cult leader. His early life was terrible and unstable because his mom was actually a teenage prostitute and got sent to prison for armed robbery. So he was raised by all of his relatives instead of his mom. He was convicted of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder for the deaths of 7 people, including the actress Sharon Tate. Charles Manson formed and led the notorious Manson family cult, which was a group of around 100 followers who shared his passion for an unconventional lifestyle, including drug use and a belief in his apocalyptic prophecies. This cult eventually moved to a deserted ranch in San Fernando Valley, where Manson's hold over his followers grew even stronger. The group's killing spree included the notoriously brutal slaying of pregnant actor Sharon Tate and several others, which were carried out by only Manson's orders, so he led the whole thing.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Because Manson's ability to manipulate and control people led to the formation of a cult known as the Manson family. So he preached an apocalyptic race war and a series of brutal murders, including the Tate LaBianca killing in 1969. These heinous and demonstrated the extent of his warped mind and his influence over his followers.
Well, after being convinced, Manson spent the rest of his life in prison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, convicted. He died on November 19, 2017 at the age of 83.
Damn! In prison for that long, bro.
That's a really, really long time.
Oh yeah.
The prison he stayed in was Kerr County, California. Despite his death, the infamy of Charles Manson and the Manson family continues to focus and horrify people, inspiring numerous books, documentaries, and movies to find out who the man really was.
Yup. And Charles Manson's childhood... Wait a minute. Let me restart that, guys. Manson's upbringing was further marred by a series of unreliable men in his mother's life and a lack of stability. He spent time in the care of relatives, like I said, and endured his mother's abusive parenting habits, so his mom actually abused him. That's why I think he went a little cuckoo. His turbulent childhood and the absence of a loving, stable environment contributed to the development of his warped personality and criminal tendencies. These early experiences set the stage for Manson's troubled adolescence and eventual descent into a criminal life, eventually leading to his notoriety as the leader of the Manson family and the orchestrator of heinous murders that shocked the world. What do you guys think about him?
Well, now I know why all this stuff happened to him. He had a lot of trauma growing up, you know, with his mom.
But he also deserves it because what he did.
Yes, there is no excuse for what he did to those people, especially that actress. Like, that's just terrible. She was pregnant too. Like, how could you do that to somebody? Like, there's no excuse.
These people are really disgusting. That's all I can say to you.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We are
The Crime Squad.